Hey there everyone, and welcome to TJ's Reef. On this episode, we're going to be talking all about the Radion XR15 Generation 5 Pro lights. It's these four guys right here. Stay tuned. Hey there everyone, welcome to another episode of TJ's Reef, and today we're going to talk about the lights that I've put on the 120-gallon reef tank. So if you've watched the other videos, you know originally I went with a Reefbreeder's light along with two of their supplementary lumen bars. And while the Reefbreeder lights are really great lights, I just wasn't getting the color that I wanted to from them. I was having problems tuning them in, and I tried a bunch of different photo schedules. It just wasn't working. I even had it controlled by my Apex. Unfortunately, it wasn't working out. Again, Reefbreeders makes great lights, especially if you're on a budget, but for what I'm trying to do, it just wasn't working. So I sold those lights and upgraded, or I should say changed over to the Radion XR15 Generation 5 Pro version. Now, there are two versions, the Pro, which is what you see here, and the blue version, which doesn't have any white LEDs. It's strictly a blue profile. They say it really just runs the AV plus, and you can adjust it a little bit, but it's basically a very blue light. And while I like my blues, I didn't want something that's too blue. So that's why I went for the Pros, because with the Pros, I can still get the AB plus schedule, and that is what I'm currently running on this tank. Now, we're nearing the end of the day, so the lighting schedule is starting to go down for the evening, which is why it might look a little more blue than it normally would. The Radions are amazing. They're really plug it and forget it, because you just select the profile you want. For me, it's the AB plus schedule, and you set the intensity and you're done. It's that simple. Everything else is already pre-programmed for you through the Mobius app. So now I'm using the app to control both my lights and, as you'll see on another episode, my wave makers, which are the MP40s. But today we're talking about the lights. So let's talk about the lighting setup I have here. What you're looking at is four of them, and you'll note that they're not equally spaced. And that is done on purpose. That is based off of the bulk reef supply test videos, where they found that the spacing, having them offset, is actually better than having them equally spaced across the tank. It helps with a better even distribution of par. You'll also note that I have installed the diffusers onto these to help, again, give you a more even spread of par. Now, these diffusers are really simple. They're magnetic. They attach directly to the bottom of the light. It's two pieces. It's the diffuser material, which is kind of a semi-transparent piece of plastic, and then a frame with magnets on it. There's magnets in the light, so it was built to fit the light perfectly. You can see it continues with the contours, and it looks like it came that way from the factory. Now, my four lights are mounted on the RMS system that Ecotech Marine makes for them. What I like about it is that it's very smooth, it's very clean, and it hides all the cables in the top rail. So all the cables are run through the top of the rail, then down one leg down to the power supplies, which I have hidden behind the tank. Unfortunately, they are not controllable through the Apex that I have running. However, I don't know if I would need it, because I just run it through the Mobius app. Now, my current schedule, I have them running at 100%. And that gives me really good par throughout the tank. While it's a mixed reef tank, I'm really shooting for more higher par values. I like to keep SPS. So I want to do an SPS dominant with some LPS and some other things kind of spread along the bottom. And as things grow out and create some shade, that will allow me to get even lower light corals in the tank as well. As far as how well these lights run, near perfect. Now, first of all, let me talk about fan noise. When the fans are running at full speed, they're not terribly loud. I can hear them when I'm standing next to the tank, and that's probably because there's four of them running all at the same time. When they're running at a lower speed, I don't hear them at all. So I would say the fan noise is pretty much not an issue unless you're standing next to the tank and really paying attention to what's going on. As far as heat, I haven't had any issues with the lights adding significant or detectable amounts of heat to the tank, so I haven't had to start thinking about chillers or anything like that. And here we are at the beginning of summer in Arizona, and so far no temperature issues with the tank due to the lights. Software updates are done through the Mobius app, which runs great on my phone. I haven't had any issues on the iPhone. I don't even know if they make it for the Android, so someone can leave me a message down in the comments. But I haven't had any issues running the Mobius app, controlling the lights, doing firmware updates, programming, nothing like that. So on the app, let me show you how it looks and how easy it is to set up and control your lights. So here is the Mobius app on the iPhone. It's a very simple interface, and if we go into the lighting controls here, you can see at a glance the schedule, and you press the edit button in the middle. It takes you to the schedule, and it shows you how it's going to adjust through the day, including your moon lights. That's the AB plus schedule I'm running. And then you come back here, you can set your sunrise and your sunsets. You know, it's pretty intuitive. I just did a one-touch click for AB plus. Now, one of the cool things is they do have an acclimation mode. You turn it on, you set how long and what you want to start it at, and you're done with acclimation. It's really, really simple. The Mobius app, very simple to use, and controls both my lights and my pumps. So, overall, what do I think about these lights? I mean, 10 out of 10. These things work great. I am seeing great colors from my corals. I am seeing growth from my corals, and I don't have to mess around with lighting at all. And that's one of the things you shouldn't mess around with on a very frequent basis. PAR, I am getting in the mid 300s across the top of the rocks in the tank. So where the Walt Disney is, it's getting about 340. And then down in the sand bed, it ranges anywhere from 100 to 200 depending on where it is. So I have a PAR map that I did of my tank. And so when I do get new corals, I know exactly where to put them because I went ahead, took the time, and took PAR readings of the entire tank. And, you know, like I said, I couldn't be happier. Price, they're about $400 a piece. When are you going to see them on sale? Like never. So maybe once a year I think they might put them on sale, but otherwise it is what it is. The mounts I think are 25 bucks a piece, and I don't remember what I paid for the rail. So you know, you get some money invested, but hey, life support for your system, I think it's worth it. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell icon so you get notifications when new episodes come out, and leave a comment, and make sure to refer us to your friends so we can get some more viewers and hopefully do some more fun stuff in the future. But for now, that's going to do it. Go get yourself some Radions, and I don't know, insert witty closing statement here. Boom.